Hey guys, it's CyberBob, one of the C2 devs here. I want to continue on doing these videos to kind of show beginner players how to build decks. I wanted to show kind of what I'm playing right now. First of all, I have to give credit to the community, especially DA. A lot of these decks you can find in our Discord in the, I believe it's the decks section or deck showcase. But I wanted to talk about how to build decks and how to come up with some of these things. So right now I've been playing, in particular, this Dinosaur deck. And I'm actually going to kind of make one from scratch because Dinosaurs is one of the easiest synergies to do in this game. So if we go ahead and go to New Deck and Create Deck, again, we're going to go with the keywords. So this is kind of the easiest way to figure things out. Dinosaurs are one of the only major tribes right now. And so you'll see there are a fair amount of these. And so they do synergize with each other. You can see, looking here at like Pterodactyl, +3 attack when you control 3 or more dinosaurs. Velociraptor, if you control a dinosaur, view 3 random dinosaurs. Choose one to add to your hand. So you can kind of see that they are meant to be played together. And I'll tell you, I have been ranking, though I haven't played a lot. I probably have a 80, 75, 80% win rate. I've only gotten to gold. I know it's my own game, but I'm probably not going to get too high because there's a lot of really good players. But we're going to go ahead and just try to make ourselves a good dinosaur deck here. And this is going to end up looking very similar to what I've been playing. So let's go ahead with Baby Dino. So Baby Dino is really interesting because it actually is sort of an AoE protection card, because when the Baby Dino is killed, it actually summons a Berserk Velociraptor. So if you get a board clear, you actually create Velociraptors, which is pretty cool. They are 2/2s, but they are Berserk, so I actually think they're better than the normal Velociraptor. So we're going to have 2 Velociraptors. Dinosaur Nest, love this card. This gives you random dinosaurs, and they cost less. Pterodactyl, Synergy, Triceratops. See, dinosaurs are easy because you can just do all of them, and I think I have all of them. Triceratops, and this buffs all the other dinosaurs. Magmasaur. This is good because it can trade out a lot of enemies when it drops, and then it still has the 5/3, so it's very good for tempo. Stegosaurus, his stats are just great. Brontosaurus mixes up the board, so if you're kind of a board geek, when it attacks, it does kind of move the other units. So it does cause, you have to kind of recalibrate your trades a little bit, and so does your opponent. I think it's really fun, but it's also just very well statted and hard to kill. And then, of course, there is a legendary. I wouldn't say it's required because I actually have climbed without it, but it is pretty good to have the Tyrannosaur. It gives your other dinosaurs +1/+1 in Berserk. So we're going to go ahead and take him. So it's a little more than half our deck already with dinosaurs. So we want to start thinking about, what else we might want to do. So remember, we're in the Warlocks right now. So since we're in the Warlocks, we're going to continue because we know we're going to use this faction. Let's see if there's anything else we want out of this. And there's a good chance we might want some spells, just to have some board clear. So just kind of looking around, and again, I'm really trying to do this on the fly so you see the process. The Chaotic Storm, that could break your Baby Dino, so that's a possibility. Lava Font, this is something if you want to play a little more defensive. Dinosaur Nest. So Blaze, this is pretty good. And I really like Lava Giant too for Berserk. Let's put a Blaze in for now, and I might take things out after, so I'm just kind of going through the thought process. This is Berserk, and it does 1 damage to everything else, and also it can break out your babies there. And this card, Evolution. So again, 2 legendaries. I'm sorry guys, I totally forgot, I should have mentioned this up front, that Evolution is probably best built with dinosaurs. It could be used with other cards, but it basically upgrades them to the next cost, and dinosaurs have a very stair-stepped cost. So, you can get this effect 8 times. I've often ended up with, 2 T-Rexes or a Brontosaur and T-Rex. This is your turning point card right here. That's a very, very big card. Final Flash is just a good spell in general if we think we need some more spells to help us out. So it's just something to think about. But I think this is pretty good for Warlocks, and I'm actually going to save right here. Let's take a peek on. So this deck right here uses Vikings as the other faction, and a lot of this is direct damage stuff. So you can see here Master at Arms 2 you could use on the Baby Dino. we have direct damage like the lightning bolt to finish a game. I think it's probably the best right now. So we're going to do something similar there. So we're going to go ahead and pick the Vikings. And Warlocks. And actually, we'll take off Warlocks and look at just the Vikings right now. So, Battle Cry. That could be interesting with the baby dinos. Let's put one down and think about that. Lightning Bolt. I think for the direct damage and kind of the clear and tempo, we want this. Master at Arms, we want that. That's great. Because it buffs the units. And also it can poke out a peasant if you guys haven't ever tried to use it that way before. Some of these are interesting. Burst of Strength is interesting. But we don't have too much here, so I'm going to be very careful about that. I could use Burst of Strength. Yarum Lightning. So I think Yarum Lightning is actually a little better for us than the Blaze. They're very close, but I'm going to put the Yarum in here. Some of this stuff is good Guardian stuff if we want to play defensive. Now here, the Valkyries, we can actually resurrect some of the dinos. I actually think this is a very, very, very strong card. It's sort of sleeper how powerful it is if you don't really know. Especially like when you first play the game, you might not realize if you can kind of get bigger allies. You have to track your spells. Like you have to track when you're killed by spells. This is a huge card, and this is actually almost done already. I'm gonna peek at what we had over here. See real quick. Okay, that throws Brynjolf. I don't know that we need Brynjolf. Actually, unless you... Do you guys get them for free? I think if you get them for free, I would do it. So we have Guerrilla Fighters, which is interesting, because that kind of keeps us in a good tempo, and we have the Dispels. So, let's think about that. So, Manticore is something you're going to want in a lot of decks. You want at least one, if not two, Dispels. I think the Battle Cry is not necessary because we'd already be tempoing at that point, and either if we're behind, we won't necessarily want to use that card. But I wouldn't say it's the worst. I actually think it's something we could use. Let's see. The Lava Giant is a maybe. I'm going to do it without... I think I'm going to do one without Brynjolf. Brynjolf's really fun for a different reason, so I might show one with and without. We could heal, and we could draw. I think we're going to do the Manticore here. Because I do like the double silence, but there are other ways to do that. And let me see if there's a good draw. Now, we could use... Whenever we're in doubt, we could always use a Frog Prince. Oh yeah, the Guerrilla Fighter. That does draw pretty well. And then if we draw the Raptor, we can keep drawing off that. So I think we're going to go with Guerrilla Fighter on this. Is this everything we want to have? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll do the Guerrilla Fighter. This is probably 2 or 3 cards different than the one I am using. But I want to try it out this way, because I do like this. So, Dinos. I think on this one I want to actually play a match, just in case that helps. I'm not sure. I'll see if people don't... If people just want to see the decks, and they just want me to power through it, I'll do that. But if not... Oh yeah, we don't have any dinosaur art. What are we doing? Wait, did we not? Well... I think we're going to go with this guy. I think we're going to go with this guy, and we're going to queue up with this, but I hope you guys saw we're just basically picking dinosaurs and some spell synergy with it, with the card Evolution as the key card and Tyrannosaur. Between the two, I think Evolution is actually the better card because you can actually have your dinosaurs upgrade into a Tyrannosaur. I'm going to just call it Dinos Custom because I don't know what the other one's called. And save it. It's just called Dinosaurs. Still no dinosaur art. I know, it's terrible. Let's play a match. Now, I'm hoping that, you know, we don't get like a terrible counter match. Because I really want to showcase the breadth of this deck. Again, if the match showing takes too long and I just want to do deck building, I can consider that. But let's see how this one goes, and then we'll take it from there. got it. That person's name is Elo. Great. So, 2 nests we don't need. I don't even know if we want 1 nest, actually. I think you mulligan all this, because we want an actual dinosaur. Alright, that is a good setup. That's a good setup. Okay, so we start with the baby dino, and we're going to go down this lane here, so we have access to both. Right now he doesn't have a threat, and I understand that, but we might be able to buff him, and we definitely can block with him. So, now this is interesting. This could be a rush deck, so this is something we need to be very careful here. So we're going to go over here, and now the question is, do we want to put this in range to where this can trade with the raptor? I'm actually going to put it there. We already have a stegosaur. You know, this lets us curve out really well. I think we're going to do that. So we have a 3-turn. This looks very rushy to me. I don't like it. This looks this looks spooky. It's definitely spooky for me. So I'm thinking he wants to rush us. But here's the problem. Right here, this is 1 damage to all other units. We can just get rid of these. And if this breaks, remember, it becomes a raptor. So, you know, we could even put another dino on if we want to crack it a bit. In case there's another one of these. Let's do it. This is kind of, you can go either way on this. And there you go. So you see, and now even if he has a board clear, these will turn into raptors. I forgot to do a custom castle. Dumb. There's cool castles, get better ones than this. GG. Oh, I feel like I'm like cheating now. This is the first match I queued up. This is way good. So this buffs the other dinosaurs. And so we can actually even trade that out. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take that out. You can go either way, but I don't think this guy has a lot of power. We're gonna block him right here. This is a pretty good advantage point. We even have evolution on turn 5. Okay, so he's not rushing. He has he has Call of the Wild. So we're going to flip the script a little bit here. I don't know how these are going to turn out, so if I do my evolution wrong, I deeply apologize. I'm going to attack in case I don't remember. And, you know... Oh yeah, see, that's why I attacked. We got... Oh god, we got the Berserk. This feels bad. This is a little bit strong. Okay, guys. So, you might see the power of dinosaurs now. I think I'm not going to climb anymore after I release this video, because now you might see what I'm doing. I think that's it. That is the game. So that is the power of a dinosaur deck, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to make some more on other synergies pretty soon.